But anyway, we're here because Trump has officially weighed in on the MAGA civil war, and he took a side. So, Crystal, why don't you tell everybody what happened?
He appears to have sided fully and completely with, of course, the tech oligarchs, Elon Musk, Vivek, et al., saying something like, I don't have the quote right in front of me, but he said something like, I like the visas, I've always liked the visas, and then went on to say that he himself uses many H-1B workers at his properties, which I don't think is correct. I think he means H-2B visas, which is similar, but it's for like seasonal workers. That's the type that's usually used in the hospitality or construction industry, so it would make more sense that that's what he's talking about. But anyway, clearly siding with Elon Musk in the fight, which, LOL.
I called it. Didn't I call it? Didn't I say that in the video?
Yeah.
I keep my Twitter account for a few reasons, not the least of which is seeing stuff like this happen in real time. The right is imploding on Twitter. It is literally a snake eating its own tail. A bunch of them who were championing Elon Musk and even Vivek Ramaswamy just mere weeks ago are now basically calling for their heads. So as you may remember, Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk are both in charge of this Department of Governmental Efficiency. The other day, they said stuff to the effect of supporting H-1B visas, which are often used to bring in like skilled labor from, say, India to work in, say, the tech industry. And a lot of people were like, no, immigrant bad, brown person bad. Vivek then responded on Twitter by criticizing the American culture that he said venerated mediocrity over excellence. He said that he hopes Trump's presidency can start an American culture that prioritizes hard work over laziness. Then Elon, in response to a tweet about a shortage of skilled workers in Silicon Valley, said, the number of people who are super talented engineers and super motivated in the US is far too low. Think of this like a pro sports team. If you want your team to win the championship, you need to recruit top talent wherever they may be. That enables the whole team to win. And a lot of people didn't like that.
I want to show you the exact moment that Vivek Ramaswamy likely nuked his entire future in Republican politics with one single bizarre post. Now, this tweet has 79.5 million views, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, and that's because both sides are just stunned at the absurdity of what Vivek tries to say in this post. He talks about American culture and mediocrity, and he blames a lot of our problems on Boy Meets World and Saved by the Bell and other 90s TV shows, which we'll get to. But before we jump in, I just want to say, here's the kicker about this all. Vivek is bemoaning this cultural shift in America while simultaneously championing the very policies that would make this problem worse. For example, you can't complain about a lack of American engineers and then turn around and advocate for gutting the very systems that support the education of engineers in this country. Because Vivek has called for dismantling the Department of Education. He's called for cutting Title I funding for low-income schools. He even wants to eliminate programs that provide mental health support and after-school activities. So how exactly are we supposed to cultivate this new generation of innovators and engineers when we're pulling the rug out from under millions of kids?
Paul, this guy, Paul, is some tech guy. I think he would hate that I described him like that, but whatever. I don't think I've ever seen a Twitter dispute that was so one-sided. All the people who understand tech on both right and left are on one side, and the other side is just anonymous accounts and political commentators. Paul, welcome to MAGA, Paul. Seth Abramson, or he's a writer, said Laura Loomer is out here absolutely roasting Elon Musk and appears to have his number precisely. And one more here, Dr. Ben Braddock then posted this old video. I didn't know Vivek Ramaswamy did this, but basically he took an Alzheimer drug that had failed drug trials 4 times. He bought it, he rebranded it, he took the company public, and then he and his family dumped $2 billion of stock before it failed. I'm not sure if that's true or not, because this is MAGA, but a lot of other people seem to not push back on any of that, any of those statements, okay? And so then I have what Trump was doing during all of this. But first, let's go full screen. Laura Loomer, 100% is either being directed from Donald Trump to make it so the base, the fiery base, sours on Elon, or there is someone at the highest levels of the Trump organization giving her this intel. Laura Loomer did not look that up herself with going through HB1s. She didn't do that, okay? And I know how this sort of stuff works. Someone is feeding her information, telling her, go hard on Elon. It's what Trump wants or whatever. And this is 100% because they are wanting to cut off Elon Musk's momentum before it even gets going. I guarantee it. And here's what Donald Trump was doing. Golfing. Golfing. President-elect golfing while the right implodes. You gotta love it. So yes, it is a scary time, but do not forget, there are buffoons involved in all this, and buffoons love to throw their shit at each other.
The knives are out. There is a MAGA civil war going on. The only problem, this is part 2. How do you get rid of Elon Musk? So, seriously, you're Donald Trump now. How do you actually get rid of Elon Musk? You know what bothers
I've
Donald?
got an answer for you.
Yeah, but you know what really bothers Donald? The fact that they're calling him now Elania, meaning that they're, they have a bromance, right? Instead of Melania, they're calling him Elania. And then on top of that, you have a guy who is controlling Twitter, X, that's his platform, along with many other things. How do you get rid of Elon Musk? Tell me.
Oh, good boy, Donald. Good boy. Elon says you've been a good... MAGA is absolutely pissed at Donald Trump, and I'm seeing memes like that circulate. That one will be posted on the Midas Touch Network, but I saw this one too. Donald Trump literally kissing Elon Musk's feet. Now, granted, it is AI, but that's how MAGA supporters feel about Donald Trump right now. After Donald Trump came out with a statement to the New York Post, again, a Murdoch publication, quote, "I've always liked the visas. I have always been in favor of the visas. That's why we have them. I have many H-1B visas on my properties. I've been a believer in the H-1B. I've used it many times. It's a great program." And as Yashar Ali points out, H-2Bs are the visas that some Trump employees have, not H-1B. Although I looked into this and it turns out that Trump does use some H-1B visas, or he did, for the Trump model management. I guess that's one of the ways he brought in the women, I think, through the H-1Bs back in the day before he shut that down. I saw this meme as well. We posted on the Midas Touch Network. Someone in the MAGA hat fell for it again award. Trump supporters are posting this after finding out he betrayed his campaign promise of ending job outsourcing and wants to actually increase it. And meanwhile, you've got people like this account going, "President Jeb Trump," and then pointing out that Trump in 2016 said, "H-1B is very bad for our workers. It's very unfair." 2024, "H-1B is good for me and my donors. Y'all can all F all the way off. Please make sure to buy your Trump Bibles, your Trump sneakers, and your Trump sneakers on the way home, and your Trump t-shirts on the way home." I saw this meme floating around right-wing MAGA. Trump saying, "I will bring jobs to America for Indians." At Elon Musk, "Because no one really cares about American workers. We just got betrayed." Corey writes, at Elon Musk, "We've been massively rug pulled." Keith Russell, "If the visas are not addressed soon, this is going to be a huge fallout." This other MAGA account goes, "I despise him for this and regret my vote." To vote for Trump. At least Democrats are openly evil Marxist traitors. Okay, relax. This MAGA pretender Trump has already betrayed American citizens in the worst possible way and is not even in office yet. At Elon Musk. "So Trump just openly admits that he's okay with Elon Musk calling every American effing stupid? Well, guess what? I voted for Trump and I'm starting to regret my vote. We have been manipulated and fooled to believe in Trump." More statements coming out. This one from Groiper Crusader. "Yes, I regret my vote for Trump." Trey Santana. "If it benefits him, he's for it. He doesn't care how it affects others." You think? Dark MAGA 82. "Say goodbye to all your popular support, Donald." TJ Fla. "We voted for @Real Donald Trump and JD Vance, but got Elon and Vivek. MSNBC was right. So much for Make America Great Again." Carolina. "Trump is not the same Trump of 2016. Sad." Godfrey. "We got played hard. They are some very advanced deceivers." Relax. Not so advanced. There's a whole Reddit thread on the @conservative thread. "So much for America First. If he goes through with it, then the whole thing needs to be tossed out and remade. No. This is awful. I worked for a company that basically outsourced 70% of everything from IT to finance to marketing to implementations to India, and it was a nightmare. I left, thank God, but there were courses for the American managers on how to work with Indians, but the reverse never happened." American FEA goes, "Because he sold out to big tech, and the conservative movement in this country ate it up because he said there are only two genders. Bingo, politicians pulling the wool using social issues has been going on forever too. It's not new. It's just people never learn. It's fine though, we stuck it to the libs. Doge is based," or something like that. "Yeah, I made sure to plaster my car with stickers about it and wear my MAGA hat." This other account goes, "Well, we exchanged one set of oligarchics for another. Effing politics. If Trump goes in on Vivek bullshit, I'm done with this party. It's just a unit party at this point. Effing the little guys." Ryan goes, "Orange Man," by the way, this is the MAGA thread that I'm reading you. "Orange Man figured out that it's a lot easier when the billionaires are on your side and not trying to destroy you. What happened to, quote, I'm self-funded? Remember how he used to trash Jeb nonstop for this? Notice how he never said that once this cycle?" Robin goes, "If this is the road Republicans are going down, I may as well vote straight Democrat." Did we effing get swindled? It really couldn't have been more obvious. Yeah, let's trust the guy who plates his toilet in gold to stick up for the little guy. Seems like it. This next account, Conservative Lakota. I'm sorry, I can't get behind this. For someone who has consistently touted America first, this is not putting America first. He wants to fix illegal immigration, but then replace that, get deported with those coming here legally. How is this taking care of American citizens? And at this other account goes, the big companies want slaves. We are going to slow down on the low-wage slaves now and import legal higher-wage slaves, undercut everyone's wages, and Trump can say he fixed immigration. And again, I'm reading from a MAGA thread right now, folks. This account goes, America cannot be more effed. From one immigration problem to another. Horseshit, someone writes. As our editor-in-chief, Ron Filipkowski, goes, shut up and buy another red hat and Trump Bible. He never asked you to have an opinion, MAGA, on anything and never even cared about what your opinion is.
If you're coming on one of these visas and you work for these companies, they own you. And that's what they want. This is why they don't want to hire Americans. It's not because they're not enough smart Americans. What they want is employees who know that if they don't do everything that they're told, they'll deport them. They'll have them deported by firing them. So what Coulter said is what these guys want is they don't want employees. They want indentured servants. And she's absolutely right. And this is why MAGA is right on this point, is that, you know, you saying there's not enough qualified Americans is BS. You want Indians because you know you can work them like dogs and threaten to deport them if they don't go along with the program. And so that's number one. But number two is Vivek went one step further, is he went after American culture. And what he said was Americans don't work hard from birth. In high school, that, you know, we worship the prom queen and the quarterback, and we screw around too much. We watch too much TV. We have too much fun. We go to the movies too much, and we should be grinding. And he talks about how Asian parents, you know, make their kids stay home and work. They don't let them go out and do all this nonsense and have all this fun. They make sure they study and work hard. And MAGA is just like, what the hell are you talking about, man? That's not the kind of country we want. That's certainly not the MAGA culture. You know, those guys are all like living out their glory days of their high school football days in their minds, you know, and to have Vivek say, you know, you guys are a bunch of slackers and American culture sucks, so we need to bring in more Indians. Man, that ain't playing, man.
You realize that before Donald Trump has even taken office, MAGA's imploding before our very eyes right now. Like, it's happening right there.